Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Velen, and this is Mystical Skies. Alright, so I've been busy slaughtering Gaia Guardians. Basically level 2, not level 1, because once I got level 1 I was cool. After that I'm alright. But I did get a lot of things. I got a the Key of King's Law was the first drop, of course. I got all of the rings, the Ring of Odin, the Ring of Thor, and the Ring of Loki. And for those that don't know, the Ring of Thor works really well with the Terra Shatterer, making it a three-dimensional mining tool instead of just a surface like your average hammers or something like that from Tinkers. It actually will dig deep as well, which is amazing. On top of that, I also got the Ring of Loki, which is a building tool. Allows you to build in really crazy ways very quickly if you wanted to. Can be useful. Personally, I'm not going to be using it, but I also got the Eye of the Flugel, which is a teleportation tool. Once upon a time, this would allow you to teleport to one of like several places. Now it's pretty much the same thing, it's just one place. And that is you just sneak right click on the ground and it will create that as like a home spot. Then you just hold right click and you'll teleport to that home spot. As you can see here, it's highlighted. So there we go. That's pretty much it. There's not much to it now. I guess that's all there is. I haven't been able to find any other like it used to have like this really cool like circle of items, and you'd like turn and click on each of them or something in order to teleport to different ones. It'd allow you to save several destination points. It was really awesome. I don't know why that was removed or changed, but oh well, it's still cool. And then one of the most important things I could possibly get, the Fruit of Gaia, which means pretty much all of this stuff is useless unless it gives me benefits like notch apples or the different mystical agriculture apples that give secondary effects. Because this, I just need to eat a little bit. Actually, I just clicked there and that was an oops. But I just need to eat it and it'll just keep on eating. And basically, I'm eating a tiny bit of mana, and it will replenish my food regularly. And therefore, currently with my Shadow Warrior armor, I don't need to worry about it quite so much going up and down like my health bar has been, like during day and night. I don't run through my food as quickly, at least. I still need to do it, but by the time I do it, it's like half the night is over because I'm just eating so much. So I need to speed up that a little bit. Now, I am wearing my Sojourner sash. I think I might actually want to upgrade that to a Globetrotter sash. Maybe a little something else, I don't know. But I also made myself a crystal bow, which it's made really simply. I mean, just some Dragonstone, which is like mana diamonds tossed in the this Elfheim portal. And I put Fast Draw, Multi-Shot, Quick Draw, Punch 2, XP Boost 3, Endist, and Power 5 on it. Because fighting the Gaia bosses, you get so much XP. So I was like, you know what, let's do that. And now I don't need arrows. Because you notice there's no arrows in my inventory, right? But I can shoot. And pretty much instantly, I mean, it's ridiculous how quick it shoots. And I don't get to pick any of them up. But it does shoot like 3 of them at a time, and it's really cool. I put these flowers out here just so they wouldn't connect to the mana pool and constantly keep using up the power, as well as so that they wouldn't like kill off any mobs that spawned out here. But none have. None have. There is something that I need to take care of, though, and that is apparently bothering several people. And first, I will mention that look at this. You see the power crystal? It doesn't have to be right exactly there, but it is currently dead. Right? And my mob farm, it expired because a long time ago it stopped. But what I did not realize is that these items here, the chest, just needs to be next to the emerald farm. Like, let's see if I can actually mine this up. There we go. So if I put this next to the chest, if I had the lasso in it, it will automatically output to any neighboring chests. Oops, I made it bad. I thought for some reason it was next to it. I don't know. It's fixed. If I put another thing in there to harvest, hello Ember. We'll see. We will see. There we go. Oh, it's good. The Fruit of Gaia. It's good. So anyway, I've got a whole bunch of stuff in my inventory. I've got a second set of Mana Steel on top of the set that I have on display over here. As you can see, currently still on display. None of these are enchanted or anything. They're just cool looking stuff for display purposes only. Well, I'm going to be going over here to the Britannia area to do this, I think, because it's just more appropriate. I click in here, and I'm going to be making some Terrasteel today. I got all these runes up here. I mean, look at all these runes that I got from fighting the Gaia Guardian. It's really nice. It's adventure crafting, right? You just kind of... For those that are familiar with the DDSS streams, yeah, it's kind of like adventure mining, but adventure crafting. So I'm going to look up Terrasteel here, and we'll see what we can make. Of course, there is the helmet. Which, if you look, it gives a knockback resistance of 15%, which is the 0.15, and each additional piece gives an increased amount. This one here, 15%, 40%, 30%, and so therefore, when you've got a complete set, you've got 100% knockback resistance, therefore not needing the tectonic girdle any longer. So, rune of spring, some living wood twigs, and so on. I'm going to make a Terrasteel helmet. Then we're going to make the chest plate, which of course requires the rune of summer. There we go. And then we're going to make the Terrasteel leggings. There we are. And finally, the Terrasteel boots. Now, this is not the super duper endest gamest armor that there is. Oh no, my friends. And I'm not talking about enchants and stuff. I'm talking about just the armor itself. This is actually a gateway into even better armor. If you look... You can craft it, obviously, with Goggles of Revealing from Thaumcraft, but you can upgrade it to Playday's combat-made headgear, etc. I don't know if that's actually how it's pronounced. It's probably not. I'm sorry. I've watched plenty of anime, but I have not seen that. That aside, you can use each of these items to make further combat-made items, and I've seen lots of combat-made, like, funny movies and stuff. So it can be very... interesting, to say the least, but they require like Das Rheingold as well as Gaia Spirit ingots. Das Rheingold is a bunch of Gaia Spirit, Mana Weave Cloth, and gold ingots, which, you know, that makes 4 of it. It's not too bad. And this armor is even more powerful, but I figure for the moment, I'm going to take some time with the armor I have. And then you can also upgrade that. Oh my gosh, I look totally amazing in this armor. We've really did an amazing job with this armor. It was really cool. I totally got distracted from that just there. That was pretty terrible. That's bad. But there is... I could get into the maid armor. I could continue on with that. There is so much to do in this mod pack. And it's just kind of boggling how far I could potentially get. Let me actually just grab an armor stand so I can put my old armor set on there. I can enchant my new set because I've got plenty of levels right now, so I'm not too bothered with it. I do need... Oh, I don't have any more armor stands? Huh. Well, I guess I'm going to have to make one. There we go. I now have one, and I can put this... I was going to put it over there, and I'm thinking about moving some of that, this armor, just because it seems a bit awkward at this point. We're going to put this here, I think. And, yep, it works. So if I put this on here, then I can slide these on, just sneak right-click, because there is currently a mod in here that encourages that stuff to be used. I've got my Shadow Katana with Looting 3 and Sharpness 5 as well. I might keep that. I've currently got the, what is the Terra Blade. I have that in a chest over there with Sharpness 5 on it, I think, as well. I don't think it has Looting. But either way, I want to enchant my gear. Normally you'd have to take it off, but thanks to Advanced Enchantment, that is no longer a thing. Let's put it on here. We're going to want max protection. And yes, I do have that divine armor. I have a way that I can remove it and use it, and that's what we're going to be working towards today. But for now, we're just going to be doing a little bit of some basic stuff. I don't think I'm really too bothered. Oh, night vision would be nice. We'll do that too. That's a bit expensive for night vision. Wow, that jumps up there. 529. You know what? We're still going to do it, though. I'm not bothered about unbreaking because it's mana. It'll repair with mana. I don't know what repellent does. That's curious. And I'm definitely not choosing Flim Flam. I just saw, what is it? Last Stand, where it uses XP to keep you from dying. That could be interesting, especially if we go for the Gaia Guardian Part 3, which is something that I am going to work towards. I understand it's quite the challenge and not quite just a spam battle as the first and second were. It's a little bit different and a little more unique and, well, more challenging at any level. So we're going to just enchant this stuff for now. maximum protections that I can just straight up enchant without going too crazy on it. Let's do 4. There we go. And then the last one, protection 4. Cool. So I now have protection 4 armor. I don't have any kind of fire resistance, but I do have knockback resistance on it. Plus, I think it's, 20% less mana cost on mana tools and rods. Regen, even if hunger isn't topped off, which is very important. Passive mana generation on mana tablets, which is great. You can actually see it is currently increasing in mana, which is really, really good. I mean, look how fast it's going up. It's tremendous. And you can also add in, your different ring effects as well. I currently have the Ring of Odin, which is what gives me extra hearts and stuff. So I think I've got a lot of hearts. I don't know if I need to get hit or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, I did experiment with the Divine Armor, but not on the server. I experimented in a single player world. Where's the Divine Armor? Here we go. This stuff here, the Divine Armor, this bow here is actually pretty crappy. I can make something better than that. I already did. Endist, by the way, means that I can shoot Endermen with my bow and they won't teleport. But the Divine stuff here with the level 10 enchants and stuff, you can remove those with what is it? First, with the Tombstone, which, by the way, I never checked to see. There it is. There is a soul hanging around this right now, which is excellent. I'm going to want to use that to get enchantments. But it's best if I can actually gain a level or two, because right now, I do have a level. Oh, I can go to Disenchanter. There we go. So I now can strip 2 enchants off of armor or weapons. This has, for example, sharpness 10, unbreaking 10. This has 3 enchants on it, so I don't even want to use that one. I might lose something good. And then this one has 3 enchants on it. So I could use it on the Divine Sword, get those enchantment books off of there, and yes, they will be 10, level 10. And then if I use the enchanter from, Britannia, where you just throw the books down, which actually we're going to be getting into that, I should be able to get those. In fact, let's take the Scroll of Purification, dispels negative effects over time. There we go. I've just used that, and now after about, I'm gonna guess maybe 20 minutes, this should get another one of those. It might be worthwhile to make another grave, but I don't think I have much for grave dust. Yeah, I only have 19. It would probably behoove me to actually spend a level in, where is it? This here, Bone Collector. 10% chance to find special drops on the undead. If I were out fighting a lot of undead, that would definitely be worthwhile, because then you've got a chance with every one of them to get, or a much better chance of getting graves dust. I would probably have almost a stack's worth right now just by having 1 or 2 levels in that. And that makes things a lot easier to craft and use more often. But still, this spell, for 10 minutes, it will allow me to negate any bad status effects like Wither, or Poison, or Fire, or I think Levitation. I can't remember if that has been fixed since then, but stuff like that that you don't want. They will go away while you have that effect on you for a good 10 minutes. And yes, you can extend those effects as well with your different leveling on here. I think, yeah, plus, like, if you're a scribe, you can increase the scroll duration up to, I think, 100%, which would mean you could get it for like 20 minutes. Those are really good. And by the time it expires, you can then click on another grave again. But anyway, let's keep on going towards our goal. For the moment, I'm going to open this up, put this in here because I don't want it to clutter up my inventory. We're going to be working towards the enchanter. And I realize that there's lots to go through in here, but I do really want to do this because then it'll allow me to do stuff in the future. So, enchanting with mana. By utilizing the magical power emitted from mana pylons, a structure that can enchant items with books without consuming them can be created, called the Mana Enchanter. Constructing one of these requires a fair amount of space and materials alike. This is one of the first really cool things that I made in Britannia when I first played it way back in 1.7. Oh man, and I was so excited because I also had a thermal lily farm back before they got nerfed. And yeah, it was quite epic when we found that we could use enchants on books, and then we also had bibliocraft to create enchants onto books. It was tremendous, but it's still really cool. It brings back a lot of good memories. To construct the mana enchanter, one requires as well as a fair amount of space, 17 obsidian blocks, 10 mystical flowers of any color, 6 mana pylons, and a lapis lazuli block in a tree. The instructions on how to assemble this structure are in the following pages, which, as you can see here, looks like the flowers are floating. They feasibly could if you can get them to stay in the air, but I'm just going to have the usual dirt area. What I do need, though, is some kind of platform going out to this kind of structure. And it's going to need to be somewhat close to my mana, because I don't want to have to, do that. And I figured this is my enchanting area already, so it would be perfect to have it just come right off of this into an enchanting area. I think that would really work out good. Now here's the thing, though, is that I don't want it to be just flat. You've noticed a lot of my base is flat, and I started making some raised areas. I think that it would be cool to have it a little bit higher or lower. I haven't really figured out which I wanted, though. But either way, I think that I can make it work. I just need a little bit of materials to start building with. Oh, wait, I've got arcane stone in my pouch. Let me stand over here just so that I don't start picking stuff up. I don't have much arcane stone in my pouch. I have a little bit, enough that I can work with it, and I just realized it's probably a good thing for me to have my pouch on me, since I'm going to be moving around out here. Are there wings that are green? There's the slime wings, but they're actually really, no offense, I don't like them. They're ugly. They're cool. I still like them, but as far as compared to the other ones, they're not as pretty. I do think that the blue butterfly wings, though, might end up coming into play at some point. Just be warned. But anyway, I'm thinking I grab this, take that bow off there for now. We can start building off of this platform for the moment, just to try and get an idea of where we want to go. I almost fell. Oh gosh, just startled myself there. That actually is not a center point. That's going to be a problem. So I think I'm going to have to come off of this one over here. And then it'll be... that would work a little bit better. I could have it go up another level like it did there, so it could come up 2 levels. That's not a bad plan. And by 2 levels, I mean like this is the ground floor, this is the first floor. I could have it go up 1 more, and that would be like a raised enchanting area. I think that could be really cool. Maybe I'll stop and do that. I have life leech on this. That is terrible. I mean, if I use it as a weapon, it's alright, but can I get some efficiency on this thing? Maybe. A little bit. Eldritch Bane, sharpness. Get sharpness on here? Huh, I'm surprised. Smite, Bane of Arthropods. There's looting. That's kind of cool. Efficiency. Let's get some efficiency on here. Efficiency 4. If I go to 5, that's going to be way crazy. We'll go efficiency 4. And that's not very much XP. So we'll do that, and I can always remove it if I want to, because this mod is amazing. So let's try this. Oh, that's nice. And I already lost one, but that works really good. All right, so I will be back after I've made another ramp and a platform for this to all be planted in. I'll get some of the materials, and I'll see you shortly. And I'm back. So I've been busy. I got a lot of stuff, got a lot of things, and I think I've got all the materials to get this thing set up. So first, we're going to move this set up. I do like them, and there's nothing wrong with where it was, but I built this platform up here just to give you a little bit more of a bird's eye view so you can see. It's a little bit oblong, and yes, I actually carved out the openings in there so I could easily fall through if I don't watch my step. But I'm going to put this stuff over here. I think I'm going to put one there, one here, one here. There we go. And then I can still use this as I need to, and like a little side enchanting area next to the main enchantment situation. Oh, I didn't grab a lapis block. That's all right. Those are really easy to get. So for now, let's put down some of the grass for all of these. Oh, I haven't made the mana pylons yet. Well, those shouldn't be too bad to make. But I now have a bunch of obsidian, which I found out just making the lava and pouring a bucket of water over it was much faster than using the freezer. I'm sorry. It just is. It seems a little counterintuitive to wait till nighttime when I can just use a bucket. But I guess if you don't have water, that is one way of going about it. And that's going to be kind of scary because there are spawnable areas here. I wasn't anticipating that in the middle. I don't know if these, if this is actually going to glow. Temporarily, though, I don't have any light sources. Let's actually open this up. Grab one out. Just put down for the temporary. There we go. Yep. And then I can put these down to keep this nice and green. I was thinking I could easily replace the entire interior section of this, make it more of a glade than like this stone structure with a bunch of green dots in it. But first, I think I'm going to start off with the minimal of the green area. Now I do have 4 mystical white flowers are going to be in the center. And then I'm going to, of course, use the pink Botania tulip equivalents because that's just what I do. And there we go. Then I just need mana pylons and a lapis block. And it's not too bad. I kind of like where it is. Hi, Amber. We have this here lapis. Yeah, I've got one there. That's not a problem. All right, so mana pylon. Apparently, I need to construct more pylons. All right, gold ingots, mana steel ingots. That's not a problem. Let me grab some gold because I've got some over there. I need 6 though, so 2 blocks should do. And I've got a bunch of mana steel. Boy, do I ever. And I've got a bunch of mana diamonds, so I should be good as well. Let's just fly up over. Fly, fly away. We've got 103 mana steel ingots right now. Maybe I should start making structures out of mana steel blocks. So in order to make 6 of these, I'm going to need 12. There we go. And then I can put these away and just grab 12 back out, because that's what I'm going to do there. And then I'm going to need 6 of the mana diamonds, which I got a few of from my battles amongst the Gaia Guardians. And then I should be able to put this here. Oh, it's so weird when the stars like start aligning. Ooh, it's so weird. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, right, and the lapis lazuli block. Structure complete. Hooray! Now I need the wand of the forest to get it to start glowing. Wow! Odds and ends. Excellent. So now this thing here can duplicate stuff. If I click on it with like an item that is not enchanted, in this case all my stuff is, but if I click on it with something that is not enchanted, that can be enchanted, it'll hover in the middle there, and then it can strip and or then it can take any enchantments that are in books that you toss down here and place them on that item. At least that's the idea. I'm going to put down this spark here so that it can get power from the rest of it. I hope it reaches. It doesn't reach. That's not good. That's not good at all. I wanted it to be close enough that it could reach the main system. So I might have to see about putting an interim pool or something like that, I guess. I've got an extra pool over there. I will need some... Yeah, I've got all the materials. Let's just teleport back over there, because I can. And it's fun. But I just need a little bit of blaze powder. Grab one of these blaze rods. That's enough for 1 spark. And then I need some petals, which I left over there, not thinking ahead. And 1 gold nugget. This is going to get me 2 blaze powder. And then I thought I had... There it is, a mana pool. This'll work. Just fly back over here, get myself a couple of petals next. We're going to go with purple. That's great. I could take these. I don't know if this is actually the right crafting recipe. Yes, it is. All right. So then I can put this somewhere nearby. It's kind of a bummer that I've got to do this, but I mean, Gotta do what you gotta do to get this to reach, right? Oh. Oh, that wasn't expected. There's like this little... I was using my building wand. I guess I wasn't anticipating that to be a thing. I could put a pool here, but I don't know if that's going to reach. Maybe I need a pool here. Let's try that. Is that part of the system? Yes. And I think that might connect it as well. So let's find out. They are all connected. All right, cool. So then that's the thing. And now with this being connected and that being able to shoot mana elsewhere, you would think that it actually would. It's still filling, but I guess... It may end up getting mana. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I should test this with something really minor. Get myself a book. Maybe I can unenchant something that's really crappy. Just because I want to actually... Oh no, that'll actually cost me souls to do that. Yeah. Well, I don't really need a book. I need the Corail Tombstone equivalent. The Book of Disenchantment, which will require a book in the process. Okay, so let me grab a book. So a little bit of lapis, some graves dust, and I should be good. So graves dust, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lapis. Gonna grab... Do I have any? Yeah, I've got a bunch here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I should be able to make this. Book of Disenchantment. And then what I need to do is take an item. In this case, let's take the Divine Sword. Because I can only strip 2 enchantments at a time right now. And just by using this, I'm going to be getting more levels as it is. I don't know, the Protection 10 is pretty darn tempting. Ooh, Protection 10. But I don't have 3 enchant. Or I can't do it. Because I'll just end up wasting one of those and I don't know which one I'm going to waste. So I'm going to just use it on this one in hopes that I can level up myself one more time. So I put this in the offhand. However, it says right-click on a grave soul with an enchanted item in your offhand, which the Divine Sword is there. And then I can just right-click on this grave with the book. Whoop. There we go. Goal reached. Magic recycling. I now have an enchanted book of Unbreaking 10 and an enchanted book of Sharpness 10. Very nice. Which this Shadow Katana is not going to do. It's going to need to either have the Sharpness enchantment stripped from it, or I'm going to have to switch it to a different weapon. And I'm kind of thinking I'm going with green. I should probably switch to a different weapon. And with that in mind, it's going to be another, like, I don't know, 20 minutes before this thing's ready. So let's see if I leveled up. I do have another point. Yes. Perfect. All right. So that means that next time I can unenchant... like the Protection 10. Not that you need to have Protection 10 on all your pieces of armor. You really only need it on one. And then you can put Blast Protection on another one, as it has here, and so on. I intend on trying to duplicate the Divine set in my own Divine set of a sort. In the meantime, though, I'm still going to honor this legendary weapon. Keep it in here for now. I think I'll put it on display in the future. Maybe we'll re-enchant these things with these same enchants. It uses so much mana to do it, though. And we're going to try it anyway. So let's see. Oh, wait, the Terra Sword. I need that if I have it. Terra Blade. That's it. Sharpness 5. That's all that's on it. Okay, we can work with that. Can I upgrade this right now? End air bottles. No, that's a Gaia Guardian 3 reward. Gaia stealing its... No, I don't think so. Alright, so... as much as my Shadow Katana is really awesome, I think I'm going to put it on... I'm afraid to put it on this armor stand, because I might end up blowing things up at some point. But I'm going to put it on there. It just looks really cool, and I'm going to unenchant this without using the mana cloth. Instead, I'm just going to put it on here and strip the sharpness down to nothing. Boop. And now it is a normal, plain Terra Blade. Boop. With a 7 and a 1.6. Very boring. But we soon can remedy that by just clicking. Of course, you can still swipe and shoot laser beams off of it. But let's put it on here. And then I'm going to toss down Sharpness 10. I don't know that I really need the Unbreaking on there at all. I think that's just going to be a waste of mana. And then I can toss this down, click on it, and it should start taking a crap ton of mana over there. Now here's the thing. If you put a book down, that's annoying. I gotta put this down over here. Let's just set this on the ground. If I put a book down, let's use the Unbreaking 10, and I start this enchanting sequence, a lot of people think that you've got to wait for the entire sequence to finish. And sometimes you have mana coming in so slowly that you're worried that the book is going to expire. You don't need to wait for it. Once you've got all of this area is like glowing, like the obsidian starts glowing, you can just pick up the books, and eventually, provided you keep feeding it with enough mana, it'll get there. So that's what I'm going to do here. We are just going to use sharpness 10. And then the crazy thing is I'm going to try putting it in here and see if I can actually add more to it. We'll see, because otherwise I'm going to have to start just making a bunch of books. Speaking of, I wonder if I can right now. While I think of it, let's go over here, just reach in here and grab some books and see what I can actually put on books in this thing. Now there is a mending enchant, but obviously me using all these mana items, I don't really need that. So let's put a book in here. I can get shimmer, which by the way, shimmer, that just gives it a glowy effect like it is enchanted, and it's way too expensive. You might as well just enchant the thing with something. Multi-jump, multi-shot, quick draw, block reach. Block reach. I think that's more for like mining tools, water walking. Okay, so none of those are actually useful. Nothing that I can really put on there. What I could do though is unenchant stuff on another sword, like my sword over here with looting 3. Once I've got another soul over there, I could use that to unenchant that and put that on my sword. But I think instead I'm just going to try and use it in another way. We're going to just try with sharpness 10. And then we'll see what happens after that.